Hey everybody, welcome back to the Monkey and Biggs Show, the only podcast that comes out once a week, every single week. I'm your host, Biggs Bigsington, joined as always by...
Simeon, who's never late at uploading podcasts, Jimmy.
Whoa. Never. I upload on time every single time. It's just that we don't always have an episode available.
No, I don't think so, because this one was recorded 2 weeks ago.
How can you say that?
and you didn't upload it until a week after it was supposed to.
This timeline does not make any sense, because we're sitting here in the present, and you just said that we recorded this in the past. We got some real Back to the Future shenanigans going on. Hey, folks, listen up. We got lots of comments and feedback from the last episode. In case you didn't see it, I finally uploaded the Juice Boy College video, and it was in the pinned comment on the previous podcast episode. I'll probably post it in the description of this one in case you still want to see it. But Biggs, the Juice Boy College video that we've ranted and raved about for literally a year now has finally been seen, and it has over 500 views. We have influenced and changed forever the lives of 500 people by showing them this content that Juice Boy was hoping would never see the light of day again. Are you excited? Did you rewatch the video with the link that I posted, even though we just watched it a week ago together?
I did not rewatch it.
Oh, me neither.
I've been thinking about streaming it on the Discord so everyone can watch it on there.
That would be, that'd be a fun one to stream and have like a chat to react to, like, oh man, Juice Boy, we get it. You're so pretentious with your patrician music taste. Can we get past this 20-minute tangent about how you think your music is better than everybody else's? What are you, Monkey and Biggs, talking about prog rock? How embarrassing, folks.
What kind of idiot would listen to metal opera, am I right?
Definitely not Tobias Sammet, but hey, you want to hear a comment on the Juice Boy video? Usually we read comments from our own videos, but let's read a comment on a video that somebody else made.
Okay.
You know, 7eve, is he like in your Discord?
Yeah, he's a Discord admin.
And what's the difference between an admin and a moderator on the Biggs Bigsington Discord?
Admins have full reign to literally do whatever they want, basically.
Why the fuck did you give it to this random kid?
They can ban you for being whatever. They can pretty much do anything. Mods.
Did he pay you for this privilege? Why is he so high?
Mods are only there to stop people from like being bullies and like posting grotesque crap. And they delete chat and stuff, but that's about the extent that they can do.
Did you make sure that your moderators have the same taste in porn as you, so that if it's like good porn that you would like, then they can leave it up?
Well, the Discord has a very strict no NSFW content rule, so anyone who posts it gets banned.
Well, yeah, so that's probably fair. How did this fucking guy get admin in your Discord?
Because he's a chill dude.
Am I admin in your Discord?
No, you have the Supreme Gentleman tab.
Okay, well, 7Z for E for whatever his name is.
It's just Leaf.
Why is there a 7 in it?
Because if you flip it upside down, it's an L,
If I flip it upside down, then it says,
No.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, he commented on the Juice video, "Goddamn, you weren't kidding when you said this video was great. I was born and lived in Eugene, Oregon," which, I mean, that's like a huge part of the video is Eugene, Oregon, so that's pretty special for him. "For several years, I don't know much about colleges, but Juice Boy summed up the homeless people situation perfectly, as well as other non-college related subjects. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway, thank you for re-uploading this. Now, I truly understand why you were so pissed that he deleted it. This is one of the best videos I've ever seen. Thanks, Tyler Blevins." So, I guess I joined Naruto. That's a deep cut.
Huh?
At least one person can understand that not so hard to understand joke.
Well, isn't that Ninja?
Yeah. And guess what characters in Naruto are, you fucking retard. You fucking degenerate, loser, fat, ugly, nearsighted moron. Guess what the characters in Naruto are? Pirates, you fucking idiot.
I knew it.
You fucking idiot.
It all
What are
comes
you, a
back to
Karen?
One Piece.
Wow, Biggs is a fucking Karen. Doesn't even know that pirates are in Naruto. Just if anybody online is doing anything that annoys you, just call him a Karen now. It's like the new N-word. It's the new faggot. It's the new cuck. Just anybody. Man, woman, child. Oh, you're acting like such a Karen, bro. Why aren't you exactly the way I am, bro? What a fucking Karen. Biggs, are you a Karen?
Is everyone else a dirtbag then? You sure gave him a scumbag voice. What are you, a Karen, bruh?
Yes.
Are you Karen, bruh? You don't even share my views, bruh?
To be fair, I think Juice Boy definitely comes across as a Karen in that video. That's some big Karen energy. Hey, before I read the comments that were actually posted on our podcast, I would like to invite the audience, and I have not talked to Biggs about this, but I think the next episode of this podcast, and for some context, let me fill you in, since only 18 of you actually watch.
You've done enough of filling in fans.
Not nearly enough, my dude. Dude, I got cum for days, my brother.
Whoa, that's not what I meant. I meant spreading information to the masses.
No, I stick my penis in them, and
that's too far.
That's what they usually say, because it's so long, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Like that ego of yours, brother.
The what? Did you say eagle or e-girl?
Ego.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah.
In our Pokemon series, the most recent episodes, I spent about 3 or 4 episodes in a row begging, fucking on my knees, begging Biggs to do the basic thing in improv, which is yes and he just kept shutting it down and saying, I'm not here to make comedy jokes, I'm here to be fucking lazy and not contribute. I was begging Biggs.
I'm here to make puns.
You could have made this into a pun. I was begging him, hey.
Oh no, I know what this is.
Biggs, at your funeral, since you're going to die soon, what do you want me to say? What are those funeral speeches called?
Speeches?
I mean, there's not like a special word like an epitaph, a verbal epitaph.
I think it's just called a speech.
I think there's a special word for it. For like a, like you have.
Oh yeah, because you're a snowflake.
You give like a speech
Everything
at somebody's
has to have
funeral.
A special label.
I should have asked the speech what its preferred pronouns were. But long story short, Biggs just did not want to play ball. He could not think of what he wants me to relate to his friends and family.
Base to base, I cannot play ball. I am paralyzed.
People in wheelchairs can play baseball, Biggs. It's called the Special Olympics, and I've won several silver medals.
Do I look very special to you?
You're the most special boy in my life, other than Blaze, my father, my brother, my sister, my uncle. You have a sister? Anyway, the point is, the next episode of this podcast, I want it to be the funeral of Mumkey and Biggs. And I would like all of you listeners at home to send in voicemails giving your goodbye speech or whatever the fucking funeral speeches are called, as if you're actually at our funeral. You can say whatever you want. You can, I mean, it's free reign. And I think the next episode...
Free real estate.
Yeah, because Biggs... Believe it or not, unless you're fucking Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer or whichever fucking character did it, most of us don't get to attend our own funeral. We don't know what these people really think of us. We don't know the impact we'll have on their lives after we're gone. So I think this is our Huck Finn moment. Did Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer fake their deaths? I know Huck Finn ended up with a Blackman on a raft, but I don't know if he was also part of the fake death. You read a lot of Mark Twain, Biggs? Big Mark Twain fan?
That was one of the books I wasn't made to read in school. I think I ended up reading like the Scarlet Letter or something instead.
Nathaniel Hawthorne fucking garbage book.
So yeah, I don't think I ever actually read that book. Like I've heard about it and I think I've skimmed the summary, but I don't think I ever read it.
Well, which author do you think is better, Mark Twain or Samuel Clemens? If you had to choose one.
I feel like Mark Twain's more renowned. Like I feel like I hear more about his stuff.
You haven't heard about Samuel Clemens?
I can't think of one thing that he's written, honestly.
He wrote Huckleberry Finn. They're the same person.
Oh, okay.
Mark Twain's his pen name.
Okay, there we go.
That's a educational moment in the Monkey and Big Show, baby. Oh!
I think I actually probably did learn that, but I never stuck.
It's almost like all these things we learned in English class in middle and high school have nothing to do with anything that we'll ever encounter in the real world, and that I have all this useless information in my brain that contributes nothing to my life. I can just say it on a podcast, and one guy will be like, wow, what a waste of fucking time that was.
And the English classes you take in high school don't even prepare you for college either, if I'm being honest. Because all college English class was to me was pandering to very liberal ideologies. And if I didn't, I got like a C or less.
So what liberal positions did you take on your most recent essay?
Well, my last English class was like the height of the George Floyd stuff. So I was just like, yeah,
you
BLM.
Said, hey, just because having a lot of fentanyl in your system can make your heart override and you can stop breathing because of it doesn't mean that fentanyl had to do with his death. And they said, oh, A+ to Biggs, he did it. Genius.
I think I got an A on the two main papers I wrote after I started pandering. The first one, I got a C-. And I was
Why did you say George Floyd deserved it? And they're like, I don't think I agree. I'm gonna give him a C-.
No, the first one was over. It was, what topic was it? It was something.
George Zimmerman was innocent.
It was something about guns and why they think having less would make the country better. And
did you write, I bought an AK-47 a couple months ago. It's fucking rad.
Yeah, it's got a grenade launcher and a 5G launcher on it.
Well, what gun did you buy if it's not an AK? It looked like an AK to me.
An 8? No, it's an AR-15.
It's the same fucking shit. It's just a big-ass gun that shoots a lot of bullets. What's the difference? What is the difference?
The manufacturers, the way the gun fires.
Who fucking cares? It's like, oh, I don't drive a car, I drive a Toyota. Shut the fuck up. It's all a fucking car. They're all the same shit.
That's not the same at all.
Hey, it's different, man. I know it has 4 wheels and an engine and a motor and all that.
That's like
but
saying...
the color is different.
That's like saying, oh, you drive a car, and they say, no, I drive an SUV, which would be a fair... thing to change up because
it's all the same shit, you fucking gun-loving Second Amendment lunatic, folks. That's why you got a C-. Anyway, we'll go into more of that in a second, but just to reiterate, if you would like to submit your funeral speech for me, Biggs, or both of us, record those on Vocaroo and send them into heavysimeon@gmail.com. And next episode will be our funeral. I'm really looking forward to it.
Are we gonna have it complete with like sad music and stuff?
I imagine it'll be like, damn it, I what's the name of that fucking song when like Scooby and the gang are in a hallway and they're running in different doors and then they appear in a different door every time?
I don't know the name, but I know what song you're talking
about. Like Yakety Sax or some shit. And it'll probably be like the Price is Right theme song the whole time on repeat. As a final funeral march.
That or probably some Spyro music or Mega Man.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, Biggs, you wanna elaborate a little bit more about how you? Because we have a lot of high school and college kids, maybe some kids who are just starting their freshman year at college. What tips would you give them to best pander to their professors?
First things first. When you go to write a paper or something, follow the rubric you're given to a T.
No shit.
To a T.
Why do you think they make the rubric?
The easiest way to get 100 is literally just do what they tell you to. Because a lot of people who turn in papers who are like, oh, well, they say I need this, but I can do this instead. And we had a lot of that in the discussion boards in my language class.
People like, debating the rubric?
Yes, so I don't understand why I got a D on this paper, man. Like, I did everything that was there. Like, it said to do one thing, but I kind of changed. It's like, oh, you changed the rubric? That's why you got a D, idiot.
Biggs, I'm asking for college-level advice. We learned about rubrics, I think, in elementary school.
Yeah, so first and foremost, rubric, follow it to a T. Second thing, if you have to do discussion boards or if you're like in person in class, just kind of give leading questions as to like their political views and then just pander right into that. Just whatever they want to hear.
What kind of investigative inquiries are you making in the middle of the classroom? Or I guess
I didn't even have to. This lady put it in her introduction.
What she said, I love blacks and I hate guns. That's it.
Basically, if like when you're reading this thing, she's like, yeah, so I did this in college and blah blah blah, and this is where I'm at in life. Really not looking forward to this class with different things.
She said she's not looking forward to the class?
She said she was in a low mental state because she was afraid for the country and our current presidency was bad and this and that. Oh man, it was so easy. It was easy pickings, but stupid me is like, I'm going into this language class. I'm just gonna be me, man. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna write what I think, And as long as I follow,
a big mistake.
As long as I follow the rubric, I should get an A. But no, I say what I believe, and guess what? I end up with a C-. So I'm like, you know what?
So what did you say on the C- paper?
Okay, so if I remember right, it was like her spewing a bunch of garbage about how decreasing the amount of guns and increasing gun legislature would lower the deaths and whatnot. So I give the obvious prime examples like Chicago and New York, who have some of the most strict gun laws in the entire country, and they had the highest death rates literally every week, honestly. They're constantly going up, and it's almost like the stock market, Hey,
Biggs, black lives only matter when a white cop kills a black person. If 50 people die every weekend in Chicago from black on black violence, who fucking cares? That's irrelevant.
Well, yeah, it's not, on the news. It's only on the news if they don't have a death, and then they celebrate. The entire city will celebrate for not having a single death. How pathetic. We're putting Chicago on the pathetic list.
But Chicago's where we saw Avantasia in concert a year ago. That was one of the best nights of my fucking life.
Yeah. And guess what? Everyone's like, why did you come to Chicago? So they're like, we'll look out for a different place next time.
Next time? I don't know if Avantasia is going to be going through America
That's
again.
what he said. That's what he said. He's like, if we ever come through again, we won't come to Chicago.
Where would they go in the Midwest that we would be able to go see them, if not Chicago?
Literally anywhere else. Remember when he said, raise of hands, how many of you are from Chicago? And like 2 people in the whole audience raise their hand?
That's because all the Avantasia fans were killed in the gun violence, dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, lots of black fans of our European prog rock music.
It checks out, I guess.
I don't think there was one black person at that concert. And this is a concert in the middle of Chicago.
There were so many
all
Russians.
White people.
There was more Russians there than I thought.
How do you know that they were Russian?
Their accent, bro.
You were talking to these people or what?
They were sitting right next. They're all around us. Bro, I've seen more Russians in that concert than I have my whole life.
Okay. Back to pandering to your teacher. If you know that your professor hates Trump, why don't you just say, hey, I'm Mexican, and then she'll be like, oh, we have to protect this race, this poor Mexican child in Trump's America. Oh, did he try to deport your family, you poor big boy? I'll give you an automatic A+ on every assignment. Why didn't you just say I'm Mexican?
Because the support for the Mexicans went out the window as soon as George Floyd died. Now it's all about Black Lives Matter.
And Trump hates Mexicans, dude. Play that shit up.
Bro, I put that in my bio and she didn't even bring it up. If I said I was black, she would be like, I feel so sympathetic for you and blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. But no.
So you think like until
more stuff goes down at the border, us Mexicans are to the wind.
Yeah, to bring it all around, ever since George Floyd died, I have not heard a single person talk about the children in those internment camps on the border.
That's what...
Nobody really cares about the Hispanics anymore.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, tides change so fast, all right? And we had our window, and now we're out.
I'm praying for the day that a black cop kills a white man so that finally I can have my day in the sun. Finally, people will feel sorry for me. No, they'd probably celebrate the black cop. Yeah, no more whitey.
It's really awkward when it's a black cop killing a black guy and they still masquerade as it being racism.
He's an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, exactly. They call him an Uncle Tom. Like, really?
If you're a black man who's a Republican, you're an Uncle Tom. If you don't adhere to every single ideology, you're an Uncle Tom.
As I've been called in the comments, I'm the Mexican Uncle Tom.
Yeah, you're Tio Tomas. which is what we used to call Asperger's. So I guess you really are hashtag not my Brandon.
Oh.
Hey, you want to hear more comments from the last podcast episode?
Sure.
We reviewed a lot of movies last time, in case you don't remember from, I guess, 8 weeks ago when we filmed it. But we reviewed The Shining sequel that was dog shit called Dr. Sleep, and then some shitty documentary about The Shining, and then we talked about the director's cut of Donnie Darko. Gray Lightning says, if you like Donnie Darko, watch Enemy, Prisoners, and Nightcrawler.
Oh, wow.
With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we should watch those.
Yeah, I've never even heard of those.
Ever seen of those? Yeah.
No.
It's not like we've talked about them before on the show.
Biggs,
ever.
this poor commenter is trying to enlighten you and recommend movies that they think you would enjoy, and you're being a sarcastic dickhead to them.
Next time I'm going to ask for anime recommendations. He's going to tell me to watch Death Note.
He's going to tell me to watch One Piece. But let's briefly say that Biggs and I love Enemy, Prisoners, and Nightcrawler. All three are great films. Jake Gyllenhaal was snubbed on an Oscar nomination for his performance in Nightcrawler. I'll always attest to that. Has Jake... Surely he got nominated for Brokeback Mountain, right? I don't know if he did.
I never keep track of awards for movies and stuff, so I'm out of that conversation.
Well, after the big campaign of, Leo DiCaprio needs an Oscar, and then he finally gets it for not one of his best movies. I think they just gave it to him out of pity at that point, since Wolf of Wall Street got snubbed.
The Revenue was good, but I don't know if it was Oscar worthy.
No. But I think if Jake Gyllenhaal has not won an Oscar yet, which I don't think he has, the next big Lay Epic Reddit campaign should be Oscar for Gyllenhaal, and not Maggie Gyllenhaal. We don't want that horse-faced bitch up on stage.
It's funny that you say horse, because in BoJack Horseman, they refer to her as Maggot Gyllenhaal, and she's a literal maggot next to her brother Jake.
If you got married to Jake, we'd call you Faggot Gyllenhaal.
That's just mean.
Well, so yeah, hashtag Oscar for Jake. I hope if it doesn't happen in our lifetime, I think we're gonna have to do something about it, and they're not gonna like what we do with your fucking AK-47, my brother.
If it's not in our lifetime, Jake's gonna die.
Nah, I guarantee you'll be dead before Jake, and I think that's the way you want it to be.
Yeah, that's
I don't think
true.
you want to live in a post-Jake world.
I don't think most people want to die before their significant other, so...
I definitely do. Cheery Green Crane says, here's an interesting question, Biggs. You're really going to ponder this one. You're going to think real hard about this one. Where can I watch Biggs's cut of Donnie Darko? Now, Biggs, you're a Donnie Darko fan. You probably watch it 3 times a day. You promised 2 weeks ago that you were going to make the ultimate Biggs cut, where you cut in your favorite scenes from the director's cut mixed in with your favorite scenes from the original. It's been 2 weeks, and you're unemployed, and you just sit at your computer all fucking day. So where is this ultimate Biggs cut at? I assume it's ready?
It's still in the making.
You have not even started, you fucking liar.
We watched the director's cut on the Discord. It was very impromptu. But yeah, I have both the original and the director's cut in MP4 on my computer, and they're being spliced currently.
By who?
By me.
No.
I cut out the crappy intro with the terrible song choice. Gonna replace that with the original.
Good.
Well, not, I guess... Is the theatrical technically the original?
Yes.
Because that's like...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I replaced that with the original. So I don't know if it would be easier to use the original and cut in the scenes that I like.
That's what I would do.
Because there's way too much in the director's cut that I don't like. So
yeah, I would just take the original because it has the better music and just plug in the better scenes where they fit. It should probably take you like 3 hours.
As we were watching that, basically everyone agreed that the director's cut shows a very clear relationship between Donnie and his family, whereas the original doesn't at all. It's very... Yeah.
And Biggs is a family man. He needs those family connections so that he can relate to the characters.
That scene with Eddie and Donnie at the table outside talking, and Eddie just talking him up, saying, don't worry about what they're saying. That's like...
Did you start crying and you thought, man, I wish I had a fucking dad?
Yes, it's sad, dude.
What if you had a dad who said that to you, man? You'd be bawling your eyes out like, maybe I do matter.
In that whole scene, I'm like, man, if I ever have kids, I really hope I'm like this to them. I hope I'm not some strict prick who their kids wonder if they love them or not.
Why do you say hope? You can, like, it's just you. You can choose how you treat your children. You don't have to hope.
That's what, if I have kids, I could die before then. That's what I'm saying. So I hope I get the chance to be that.
Okay.
And then that, future life doesn't ruin me and make me a massive prick.
I don't know if you could ever be a massive prick. Life is already, you've been downtrodden ever since birth, and it hasn't really impacted your, you could justifiably be so much more hateful and cruel to the world around you. So if you haven't done that yet, I don't think it's going to happen.
Funnily enough, I think I was more hateful and spiteful before I met you than I am now.
In middle school, you were hateful and spiteful?
Yes.
Okay, well, people have been begging for more big stories, so we're gonna have to hear this. What did you do, or what was your attitude in middle school before you met me that made you so hateful?
Going into middle school, I was obviously in a new school. I did not want to leave the Des Moines schools because that's where all my friends were.
So this is when you joined the school I was at?
Yeah. So in 6th grade, I come over to, it was Hartford actually, is when I started. So the only people I knew there was our friend Rod, and then some chick that I knew through my mom's work friend or something.
Was she hot?
Sure.
Biggs, this is a 12-year-old girl we're talking about. What the fuck is wrong with you?
12-year-old Biggs.
What is wrong with you?
12-year-old Biggs did have a crush on her for a while.
12-year-old Biggs had bigger tits than she did.
It faded very fast.
Oh. Wait, who was this? What's her name? Who did Biggs have a crush on?
I'm not saying that on here.
What? Who cares? I'll edit it out. I need to know who it is.
I'll tell you after.
No, tell me now. I have to know. I'll cut it out.
No, because you're just going to make fun of me.
Make fun of you? What? You're 25, dude. If you can't handle talking about your crush from literally half of your life ago, man, like, fucking get over it, dude.
Dude, I still cringe at things I did in elementary school.
It's not cringy to have a crush on a girl.
No, but
was it like a fucking big old fat ugly bitch or something?
No.
Oh, was she like a Baldwin sister?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know if you'd remember. Her name was Nicole.
Oh yeah, I know that. The one that Chance wanted to fuck?
Yes, precisely.
Dude, I think everybody in our graduating class had a crush on her at one point. It's not that hard. She's like one of the 3 cute girls in the entire fucking school. Like, it's not that hard.
But yeah, so my mom knew her dad through work, and then since I was going to be joining the new school, they introduced us to each other and we hit it off. So it was only her.
What does hit it off mean?
As in we were like pretty good friends up until high school.
I cannot envision you being friends with a girl in general. But continue.
I never said I was friends with generals.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to The General and save some time.
So, yeah.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by The General. Go to thegeneral.com and enter promo code BIGS wants to fuck Nicole to save, I guess, what, $5 off your car insurance?
Excuse me.
Did you say excuse me?
Yeah.
What am I, fucking Irish?
Yeah.
You go to McDonald's, you have to start every word with
So I start this new school, right? And it's like, I know 2 people. And
were they hot? Oh, wait, no, we already did that. Okay.
I mean, Rod was pretty hot.
True. True.
So I start school. I'm basically what they call a social pariah, where it's just like off on my own and didn't really even try to talk to anyone. So because I was too scared to talk to anyone, it got to be like mid-year, and like most people that were there were already friends from the past. So I was like,
poor Biggs, he stuck being friends with the hottest girl in school and the funniest, most talented musician in the school. Oh man, how did he ever manage?
I didn't have classes with them, bro.
They should have put you in those classes.
And on top of that, I was like, I have always been scared of public speaking. So
you're on a podcast right now.
Okay, that's different.
How is it different?
If we were like on a stage and everybody was looking at me, I would not be able to hold a conversation.
What do you think a live stream is, dude? We live stream all the time to way more people than can fit in an auditorium.
Am I seeing them stare at me? No, it's different.
Okay.
So yeah, we had like lots of book projects, and then that's when the book project started, and that's where people like, started giggling and stuff in the back.
About you reading a book?
I was already not confident at all in myself.
Oh.
So that just drove me down to like deep sadness. And then I just started hating everything. And I was a very spiteful person.
Sadness leads to hate, hatred leads to fear.
So we go into 7th and 8th grade, we switch buildings. Things don't get much better. I go through my first heartbreak.
Is that the necklace story?
No, that was high school.
Wait, there's even more heartbreak before that? Have we heard about this on the show yet?
No, we haven't. We can gloss over.
No, I need to hear this one.
Oh, no.
You don't gotta say names again, but I do want to.
Okay.
I always love a good cringe story.
I was in football in middle school,
Cringe. Cringe? Well, you tried to fuck the coach? Biggs, he's not going to make you quarterback when you weigh 260 pounds.
I have
You're
way
a
more
fucking
than a quarter
linebacker.
of a back, bro.
Wait, so what position did you play? You're like the linebacker?
Yeah, of course. Well, not linebacker. I was lineman. I was right up in the front.
What's the difference between a lineman and a linebacker?
I think the linebackers like drop back and then like protect the. I don't remember.
You're just like a giant wall trying to stop people from walking.
Like basically like front and center. So during one of the games, I don't remember what school it was, but they literally had a kid that looked just like Becker, the kid we were talking about earlier.
Now they have his first and last name. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that guy.
But except this kid was like 7 foot tall. And it was huge. He's probably like 400 pounds.
If I recall, there's a character in the Triflers who's like a dickhead bully who I named Chance after the fucking dickhead in our school. I don't remember for sure though, but I think there is.
But anyways, so this massive kid, he like tramples over me and the guy next to me, and he like hurt my ankle really bad. So I was out for a couple games. So I was sitting on the sidelines during some of the games and for practices. And I started hitting it off with this girl that was helping the team. And, I didn't find out until much later that she was dating someone else on the team. And, it was this whole spiel of liking her, but there not being any chance because they were, like, sticking it out. But then they didn't in high school, and, yeah.
Wait. A couple in high school didn't last forever? What the fuck?
Go figure, right? So yeah, it was a whole thing, and I was like an idiot basically.
This is not nearly cringe enough. This is just a normal ass story, dude. I thought you had like.
I didn't say it was cringe. I just said it was my first heartbreak.
We should have just slid on past that one. Fucking boring.
That's why I said I wanted to
boring. When does the hatred come in? When do you start planning school shootings with our buddy Chum?
That was always Chum's idea, but I added in some ideas.
What? What do you mean?
I don't want to go to jail.
You're not going to go to jail for telling a joke about how you and your friend made a fake plan to shoot up the school while you were
I don't
bored
think
in
it
fucking
was
study
fake
hall.
to him.
It was totally fake to him, dude.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
There's no way, dude. There's no way he was gonna hurt anybody,
bro. If he had the
he's
chance,
a fucking Buddhist.
If he had the chance, he would have. I know
he wouldn't.
I know it.
No, he wouldn't have.
So yeah. So then, and then once I hit, I think it was 8th grade, that was like the first year I really even encountered you, and then
you said, "Whoa, who's that sexy stud over in the hallway?"
Exactly, and it's like my kindness and joy for life was just rejuvenated, and then
let's take a pause right there because I'm sweating like a hog. I'm gonna turn on the AC. So you think of the best way to round up this story. Okay, so 8th grade, Biggs finally sees the Monkey Man. He falls in love. This is the second heartbreak of his life.
We've already heard this part of Big's story, but it's when Mayo and Guatemalan Boy were going over to Chum's house because
to plan a school shooting.
Because Mumkey wanted to film a video, and they're like, "Hey Biggs, you should come along," and I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know anyone except for Mayo and Bean." So sure.
Did they tell you what kind of video we were making?
Absolutely not. And obviously with my lack of confidence and hating public speeches, being in front of a camera didn't really enthuse me, but I figured maybe I can stay out of the camera, like, you know.
You did run out of frame several times.
Yeah. So then I went over to Chums, and I feel like the rest is history.
Yeah, I was really big at that time into filming reaction videos, but not like the Fine Bros style, but more of like showing people shock and gore videos, like, you know, your 2 girls, 1 cup, 4 guys, 1 hammer, anything that has to do with disgusting sexual assault on oneself, or scat, or vomiting, or much genital mutilation of any sort.
Any putrid, disgusting, vile video he could find on the internet.
And I would just make videos filming my 13-year-old friends watching this fucking shit. And we posted dozens of videos to YouTube of children watching the most deplorable fucking gore and scat videos ever made. And that's how we were introduced, was that I said, oh, hey guy I've never met, come watch this shit while I film you.
And
so that's how meeting me made you lose your hatred and anger, but meeting me was me ruining your life by showing you shit that you'd never seen before.
I think what it boils down to is you just you made me calloused to everything.
Good. That's how it should be.
Because, like, it did not take very many videos that you showed me before I was like, oh yeah, this is fine. Everybody else is like throwing up in the background. I'm like, what? It's fine.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you calloused me, and I think it was for the best.
Yeah, my only regret is that my brother wanted to get in on the action, so I showed my fucking, like, 11-year-old brother, like, a spank wire video. But, you know, he's pretty well-rounded now, I think, so maybe it was for the best.
Your little brother Patchy, so do you think he was, like, still, like, Dewey at the point when you showed him?
Yeah, we talked a couple episodes ago, or maybe last episode, or maybe it was a fucking live stream, I don't remember, but we were talking about how we've been watching a lot of Malcolm in the Middle, and in the early seasons, Dewey is just like a little, 7 or 8-year-old autistic child. He's just like a straight-up autist, and as we were watching it, I thought, wow, Biggs, this is almost identical to how my fucking little brother Patchy was at that age. I'm pretty sure he was autistic as fuck, too. So yeah, I think me showing him the spank wire reaction video is what...
Just ripped him out of it?
Yeah, he ripped him out of his autism. I don't think he ever would, like, whisper to himself after saying something ever again after that. I really molded him into the man that he is today. And now he's getting married, he's all grown up.
He's just in, like, his happy little world, and you just tore him out with the most... And, like, in the worst way possible, almost.
He volunteered, and... You know what? I was 13 at the time. It's not like I know any better. You can't blame me.
Hey, is this gonna scar this kid for life? Who knows?
It didn't scar me, and he's basically 80% me.
I think that's debatable.
Master debatable. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So anyways.
So you didn't really get into detail about how you were angry at the world, though. It just sounds like you were a sad fat boy.
Yeah.
That's it?
Like, literally every day was, the stereotypical suffering, and I was just a very unhappy child, and I did...
We're still unhappy to this day. What's the difference?
I didn't have the best home life either, on top of all of that.
While we watch Malcolm in the Middle, Biggs is like, yeah, this is how my home life was. It's like a story about, like, the poorest family at the school district, and the kids are just terrible, and they're always doing horrible shit.
Okay, so let's take this to a step further. Imagine Malcolm in the Middle, right? And then you got lovable, adorable Hal, right? He's this great character. We didn't have a Hal!
We didn't have a dad.
It was just the kids and the mom.
Yeah, and the mom is, like, mentally unstable beyond belief, unlike Lois, who was actually a pretty good mom watching it as an adult.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you had it worse than Malcolm, dude. And you weren't even like a child genius. Instead of having a high intellect, you had a high cholesterol.
True. I had a fat brain one way or another.
I don't know if that's how it works. I don't think eating Twinkies makes your brain bigger. That's what cooked meat is for.
I actually don't like Twinkies, so that stereotype does not hold up.
You done talking about Big Story?
Sure.
Okay, Tom Bombadil, famous magician, I think. He says, you guys should view one of the best Jake Gyllenhaal films, Brokeback Mountain. And Biggs, I have a confession to make. I have not seen Brokeback Mountain. That is one of my blind spots.
Wow.
Have you seen it?
Are you a disgusting bigot? Is the only reason why you haven't seen it is because it's about gay cowboys?
I think when I was a kid, I probably was scared to watch it because I was like, I don't want to watch men kissing. What the fuck? Show me a goddamn cartoon. But as an adult, I don't have any excuse. I just haven't bothered watching it.
I was going to say, and if you did have excuses, I'd be questioning them because you...
I would totally be down to watch Jake Gyllenhaal kiss a man. If the man was Biggs Bigsington, I'd fucking jerk off to that shit.
Well, I was going to say, is like... Wasn't one of your favorite films from what was last year, The Lighthouse or whatever? And there's like an entire scene where he's just like viciously...
Yeah, but it's not gay cowboys fucking each other in the ass. It's It's Robert Pattinson jerking off to a sculpture of a mermaid. It's like, have you seen The Lighthouse?
No, I haven't.
That movie's awesome, dude. But Biggs, have you seen Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. Not recently, though.
Is it like Donnie level? Is it enemy level?
Nothing is Donnie level.
Is it prisoners level? No.
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 It's just one of the bottom feeders on his list. Like, a lot of people cheered on and love it. I thought it was a movie.
Is it Bubble Boy level?
No.
Do you like Bubble Boy?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
That was one of my childhood VHS movies. Like, we had Bubble Boy, Max Keeble's Big Move, and Rat Race, and we watched those fucking movies on repeat.
I remember, like, those, Nickelodeon movies that would come on the orange VHS?
Bubble Boy was not a Nickelodeon movie.
I wasn't gonna... Is it Max Keeble's?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Josh Peck was in that.
Yeah, I had that VHS. It was like the orange Nickelodeon version.
Yeah, good movie. Good movie.
We could always pick it out because it didn't have a case. It was just like the only orange VHS in the shelf.
McGruber is me name. I like to dung. Now's the time to play a game with your favorite Irish rock. That's the song from Max Keeble's Big Move. And yeah, thank you. So, Big, should we watch Gay Cowboy Butt Sex the movie sometime soon? Because I feel like I got to see every Jake Gyllenhaal movie eventually.
Yeah, and I think we kind of started it, didn't we? Because you...
I don't think we ever started it, no.
No, not the movie. I mean the list of Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
Oh.
Because we watched Zodiac, and then obviously we've seen all the other movies.
And we recently watched End of Watch, but we'd already seen those before. I don't know why we didn't start with the ones that I haven't seen.
It's good to rewatch them. They're good movies. True.
And an underrated Jake Gyllenhaal gem that I truly love and I've seen many, many times is
Prince of Persia?
No. I think we started that one and turned it off.
Yeah, we did.
But what's the one when he's on the train and he has to, like, every 8 minutes he has to start over?
Oh man, why?
It's not Edge of Tomorrow. It's
It's time something, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's not Timeless, is it?
No, it's basically he's on a train and he's in a simulation and he has to solve the mystery of who exploded the train, and every 8 minutes the fucking train explodes.
I can't think.
Great movie.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
Well, somebody in the comments will know what it's called, but I've seen it many times for not knowing what it's called. Anyway, okay, we will watch Break Condom Butt Sex Mountain. Is that what it's called? We'll watch that one soon. And maybe after our funeral, we'll review that movie. We've got another comment. Sammy J says, I'm sorry, Mumkey, but when I finished watching Dr. Sleep, I thought it was amazing and almost as good as The Shining. Biggs, you got any thoughts for Sammy J?
Oh, man. Well, I guess the only bit of hope I can give him is that we didn't watch the second half, so maybe...
maybe it gets better.
Maybe it just ramps up, Maybe it just ramps up from halfway, and it's just like the best film.
Yeah, maybe it's like The Good Place, where I watched it and I was like, this is fine. And then right when you hit season 1 finale, it's like, oh shit, no, this is actually pretty good, isn't it? So, hey, there's my shout out to anybody who wants to watch The Good Place. Stick with it till the end of season 1.
Isn't that when the twist hits?
Yeah. Don't spoil it, dude. Have you seen all of The Good Place?
No, I haven't. But I started watching it, and then a friend spoiled it for me. So,
well, the spoil. I mean, after the spoiler happens, there's still 3 full seasons of dealing with the spoilers. So I mean, I think that's when the show really ramps up and gets good.
Did you ever watch, what's the show that's similar to that, but it's got Daniel Radcliffe, and they're like...
Miracle Workers?
Yeah, did you ever watch that? Was that good?
I've seen 2 episodes of it, and it's on my list to finish. But, yeah.
Yeah, my brother watched it, I think, all the way through of what's out so far.
I think there's only like 8 episodes of it or something.
He said he really liked it, so I've been thinking about watching it too.
I only started watching it because I saw the movie, what was that recent, like, about the kids at prom who want to have sex and the dads are trying to stop them, and John Cena...
Cock blockers?
Yeah, cock blockers. John Cena has like an Indian daughter in that movie, and I thought, oh, that girl's kind of cute. What else is she in? And I looked it up, and she's in this show Miracle Workers with
like
Daniel Radcliffe.
The main character?
Yeah. So I started watching it because I thought a high school girl was cute, but thankfully the actress is like as old as me, so fuck off. Fuck all of you. Don't give me that shit.
Oh, so you did the Cobb check.
Well, when you look up how old an actress is, if you think she's hot, you type in her name and age, and then if it's 18 or older, you type in her name and nude to see if she's been naked.
Tell me you didn't do that.
Dude, why am I not allowed to see if a hot adult actress has been nude in a film before? I think that's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay.
Perfectly fine.
Next comment.
What actress would you not look up the nudes of? Shelley Duvall? I'm sure she's smoking hot. Hey, she had a nice body. It was more of like, I don't like what's going on in the mouth region of her body. You know what I'm saying? Finally, we fucked up a little bit, Biggs. I don't know if anybody out there would know this. I didn't know it. Biggs didn't know it. But when you upload a YouTube video and you say, hey, let's monetize this video, you have to insert the ad breaks yourself. And if you don't, YouTube will fucking rape the audience. The previous podcast, for like the first hour of its upload, had 30 goddamn ad breaks in it because YouTube just, every 2 minutes it's throwing a fucking ad. We're YouTube, we get half of the revenue from these fucking ads. Might as well max out our profit and piss off the audience of this random YouTube channel. So we didn't do it. It was our mistake for not manually inserting the ads before it went live. And then all the comments are just like, you fucking greedy Jews. Why are there so many fucking ads? This is unwatchable. And I'm like sitting there at BioLife donating plasma, reading the comments, and you can't edit ads on your phone. So I'm reading the comments like, oh fuck, oh god, I can't do anything to stop this.
So that's when I get, would you call me?
I called you on the phone.
I get a call from Monk and he's like, hey, are you at home right now? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, bro, you gotta fix these ads, man. There's like 30. And I'm like, oh, no, there's not. No, there's not. I go downstairs, I log in, click on it. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. So if you ever see that, unless you're watching an H3H3 video where Ethan Klein intentionally puts 8 ad breaks in a 12-minute video.
He's inclined to do that.
Yeah, he's the only one who's that obnoxious about it. If anybody else's video has that, I can almost guarantee they don't know that it's happening and that YouTube automatically did it, and hopefully they'll fix it soon. So thank you for all the people who left mean comments, because it let me know that there was a problem. But in the future, just keep in mind, we didn't do it. It wasn't us.
It's good that you like go and check the upload after it goes live, because I don't think a lot of people do that.
So like it'll just be fucked up for days before they notice.
Before they're like, oh, okay, let's go read the... What is this?
And for the final comment thread I'm going to bring in this week, Biggs, I thought, you know what? We're pretty good guys. We deserve some nice comments to round up the show. So listen to these. Zyklon says, I always love listening to this show. Honestly, some of the best content on the internet. And that got 41 upvotes, Biggs. 41 people agreed with him. Vladimir replies, for real? These guys are humble and just give off the everyday man vibes. Biggs, you want to talk about how humble you are?
Yeah. Dude,
how every man are you?
I'm so humble, man. Like, nobody else more humble than me.
I thought you were doing a dab as you said that, but you were just doing Donald Trump finger hand. Lucasaurus says, I fucking love these guys. And Marley says, for real, my fave podcast. So Biggs, you know what? People might bitch at us for having 80 ad breaks, but some people appreciate us. So I would like to give you the chance to spread that appreciation back to the audience. Go.
I'm being put on the spot. Okay.
I'll put on the spot just to say nice things to the people who pay your rent with all the money we make from this fucking show with 30 ad breaks.
Yeah, for the most part, I guess I don't scan all of the comments to every single video.
You shouldn't.
But most of the people that reach out to me that watch our videos seem to be really nice people. So, yeah, I really appreciate all the nice words that are said to me. And obviously in the comments, we get some every now and then.
I only brought those in because it's the only nice comments we've gotten ever on this whole channel.
Like in the Discord, they're really nice about it too. Like every time there's an upload, people being there like chatting about it and really excited. And yeah, it's really nice to hear. And it's something I never would have expected I would experience in my life. So
what you're saying is the only way you can overcome your stage fright when we do Mumkey and Biggs live shows after COVID is if all the nice commenters and Discord people are in the audience, because then you know they won't be judging you, they won't be mean, and we can make millions of dollars off of a stage show of us doing what we're doing right now, but in front of people.
We could just put really big lights on us so I can't see anything away from you.
Yeah, that's what we need is hot lights so that we're just fucking sweating up on stage more
Make
than
sure
usual.
the AC's off.
Oh my God.
Right before this recording, hey Big, shut the AC without you retarded. And then
What, did Blaze say that? I know I didn't say that.
And then we had a little break in the middle because it was too hot.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm done being kind and appreciative. It's time to be a dickhead. Biggs, you already brought in Chicago to the pathetic list.
Oh boy, here we go.
You want to hear my entry to the pathetic list this week, my friend?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening to the show, everybody. We're going to cut it a little short this week. We'll see you next time. Biggs, let's see if you can relate to this. Let me know if you know anybody who falls into this category.
Is it going to be me?
Most pathetic type of person.
It's got to be me.
Adults who cannot drive vehicles. Adults who don't have their license. Biggs, I know several adults in their mid to late 20s who still cannot fucking drive. They don't have a license, and their parents clearly did not love them to put them through driving school when they were fucking 15 and 16. Biggs, do you know any adults, over the age of 18 who cannot legally drive? They don't have a license?
Yeah, I know at least two.
Okay, let's hear about those.
Well, one's my brother.
Yeah, Biggs was, he said, okay, Mumkey, I'm coming over today. First, I gotta take my little brother to get to his driving test. He comes over and I say, hey, how'd the driving test go? Did retard pass? Well, Biggs, did he pass?
No, he didn't.
How old is he?
19.
Oh, pathetic.
So, the thing with him is, his whole life, is he's been a chronic klutz. Like,
Klutz?
He's very clumsy, no matter what. So, like, the thought of him driving horrified everyone. And as soon
I don't want him on the streets,
as soon as he got a permit, it was like, okay, who's going to take him driving?
Did you have to volunteer as tribute?
Thankfully, it's been pretty split up between me and other family members, but it seems like I'm the lucky one because whenever I take him driving,
He's so scared of your fist that he drives correctly.
I'm generally a very calm and collected person, so when he's driving and he makes a mistake, I just say, hey, you messed this up.
What mistake? Like he runs through a stoplight and fucking hits a child in a stroller?
No, he just... Okay, one major thing that he has an issue with is knowing when to start to slow down. He starts slowing down way too late.
So he just...
so it's like by the time he's stopped, he's like inches away.
Like whiplash in your neck from the car.
So I was like, hey, bud, you need to fix this and, work on that. But then whenever he's with the other family members, there's like horror stories in our group chat of people that take him driving. Like,
but is he in this group chat and he sees you guys talking shit?
No. So I guess one time he went out with our other brother and they were like coming down to a stop
sign. Brother from another mother.
Like really fast. and he said like a garbage truck or something pulled out in front and stopped.
God.
And he said by the time he stopped, the front, like the hood of the car was underneath the garbage truck. And it was almost touching the windshield.
Oh my God.
And then just so many other horror stories. So yeah, it's been a battle, and this is the second time taking the test. I can only hope the third time's a charm.
Like, were you there when he took the test today? Like, well, how did he fail? What did he fuck up?
So he's gotten better, and I even took
Not
him
good
out.
enough. I passed that shit my first try when I was fucking 14.
So did I. But so anyways, she told him basically he's good at everything. The only thing he's not good at is he gets way too scared around other vehicles.
Well, yeah.
Which is like 99% of driving.
Yeah, I was just thinking the other day, driving would be so much easier if not for all the other drivers.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking
And
great.
the other thing he needs to work on is lane control, because I guess he likes to drift to the right too much. So he's almost there.
So
Hopefully,
much like his older brother Biggs, he has problems staying straight.
I thought you were going to make a joke about me leaning too much to the right, but, you know,
That doesn't make any sense.
it's making some sense. I mean, we got monetization on, right?
What? Keep going. What are you talking about?
Sense, money, come on, it was a good
Oh
pun.
my God.
It was a good pun.
Oh, now that you've explained it, it's even worse.
And that's the goal of puns, is to get that sigh. Okay, the other person is a friend of a friend, and
Is she hot?
he's 21, and he has a car, I believe, but no license. And
Oh, mate, you got a license for that?
the thing is, he knows how to drive. He can drive. He could pass the test, but he refuses to take it because he likes relying on others to drive him around.
That's the fucking worst, when people just use you as a ride somewhere.
The thing is, I even told the guy, because I'd given him rides home from work and stuff. I was like, you know, I have a lot of free time. I could take you in and, you know, you can do your driving test even in my car. I mean, it's whatever. And no, man, my brother literally, no joke, offered him $800
What?
to take him in, get his license, and put the $800 towards a car, and he said no.
Where does your brother have $800 to waste on some dipshit?
I don't know, but
Tell him I'll fucking take that deal. I want $800.
But even offered $800 to be taken to take the test and then put that $800 towards a new car, he said no. That's how pathetic he is.
So he just relies on, he's 21, he makes everybody drive him around. Does he even pay them for gas or for their time or anything?
I don't think so.
Oh, if you live this way or you know someone who lives this way, please just end it now. Like suicide, shotgun to the head. These people should not exist on this earth. Adults who refuse to get a license or are just literally too stupid to pass the test and they rely on everybody else to be their personal taxi for free. You should not breathe the same air as me. You should not exist on this earth. You are a blight and a plight on the face of humanity. And I would be so much happier if none of you existed. For real. It's disgusting.
It's really sad, because then there's the polar opposite, where you have people who really want their license. They're working so hard for it, but they literally don't have a way to do it, because most times driving tests, around us at least, they require you to bring your own vehicle.
Yeah.
Why would you make someone who doesn't have their license bring their own vehicle to do a driving test? That is ridiculous.
I think the idea is you're supposed to have parents who love you and let you use their car.
Well, sometimes people have parents that aren't the nicest, or don't want to give you time. So then you're stuck, you know, asking other people to take you out driving and stuff, which, you know, is fine. But then it's like, you don't want to feel like a hassle and say, oh, hey, can you take me to do my driving test? Or maybe they don't have people that they can ask, you know? And it just sucks, because, I don't know, I feel like they should at least have a few cars that they can provide.
Yeah, every driving test I took was in the driving school's car, because they have like a special brake on the passenger side so that when I fuck up they can brake for me. I don't know why I would have to drive a normal car. And that seems dangerous for somebody who doesn't know how to drive.
We went through driver's ed.
Yeah.
And with driver's ed, you don't have to take the driving test, because driver's ed counts as your driving test.
I feel like I took a final exam, though, and I only got docked because I'm shitty at parking, and I still have not solved that issue 10 years later. Still pretty shitty at that.
The fun...
I've never parallel parked in my life, and I'm never going to try it because I'm going to fucking hit somebody's car.
So I was going to go into a funny little side story real quick. In driver's ed, so apparently not all the kids had to learn parallel parking. Some got by and didn't have to do it.
Me? I didn't do that shit.
I definitely did. And the instructor, we're driving along in Carlisle and we go by the police station. The instructor looks over and looks at me with a smirk.
Oh no.
Slow down here. We're going to practice parallel parking.
With the cop cars?
Between two cruisers. Between two police cruisers.
What a fucking dickhead.
I was so scared, dude. I'm shaking. And of course, the cops are standing outside, arms crossed.
No.
Arms crossed, just looking at me. Not even smiling.
Saying if this kid scratches the paint, we're gonna go George Floyd on his Mexican ass.
So I'm high-key freaking out. She could see it. But you know what? I did it perfectly my first try.
Oh, shit.
After following the steps in my head, because I knew if I messed up, I was in trouble.
Well, hopefully she would get in trouble for making some dumb kid do this shit.
Oh, man.
But that would have been funny if you, like, barely scratched the paint and the cops pull you out of the vehicle and are just beating you with batons in the street. Don't touch my car, bitch! You little taco breath bitch! They call you a bitch.
Jesse Pinkman?
Yeah. Jesse Pinkman's getting revenge for when Hank beat the shit out of him. Well, Biggs, do you have any other pathetic entries for people who can't drive in their adult years, or should we end the show?
Did you not have any examples?
I was going to just make fun of your brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's others I can think of. Yeah, there are others, but that's stuff I don't want to get into.
Folks, listen. I get, my parents didn't love me enough to put me in driver's ed when I was a teen. But once you're an adult, if you're hitting like 25, 26, 30, and you still haven't taken care of this shit, that is 100% on you. Oh, you gotta bring in a car to do it. Well, then fucking get a boyfriend, take his fucking car, call your uncle, post an ad on fucking Craigslist. You can fuck my teen pussy, and if I can borrow your car, I don't care what it takes. Just fucking do it. If you're an adult relying on everybody else to drive you around, don't fucking call me. I'm not answering. That's it. If you have people who are willing to drive you around, surely they're willing to let you borrow their car to take the goddamn test so that they don't have to be your taxi anymore. There's no fucking excuse. It's degenerate and disgusting. Do you concur?
Sure.
Hey man, you said that I cured your hatred. Being around you makes me so much more hateful. I want to impress you with how much I hate everybody else.
That actually makes sense. So I made a kind of a joke with Rod in high school and middle school. It was like, Rod's eating all the food and I'm gaining all the weight. But now,
that is true.
Now, every time I'm around, you're just taking the negative energy out of me and expelling it.
Yeah, I'm like the hatred succubus and I'm sucking it all out of you.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that's it for this rousing episode of the Mumkey and Biggs Show. I hope you learned a lot. If you would like to submit your funeral speech, we still haven't figured out the proper word for that, for the funeral of Mumkey and Biggs, send those in now. If you don't remember how to send in a voicemail, click on our video called How to Send Us a Voicemail. And next week, or whenever the fuck Biggs decides to show up at my house to film the next episode, we will both be dead. And we'll see what everybody's final memories of us will be. Thanks for tuning in. Post some comments for us to read some other time. And for the Mumkey and Biggs Show, I've been Mumkey.
I thought you were Biggs.